What's up guys, Velo here back again with another video, and today we're taking a look at Timbers Kodi's loot path in the recent DreamHack tournament. I really like this player. He's an up-and-coming player that actually did pretty well in the tournament. He came in 30th overall, but he did win one of the games. He came in second in another, and I just like the way that he executes Catty Corner. Now, if you guys haven't already checked out my video on Catty Corner, I do an in-depth tutorial on the whole location showing all of the chest spawns and things like that. But let's go ahead and take a look at how Kodi cuts through Catty Corner. Guys, so let's go ahead and start by taking a look at Fornite.gg. It used to be lootlake.info. This is just a good place that you guys can go to kind of map out your different POIs and see where all the chest spawns are and things like that. So let's start with Catty, because this is where Kodi is going to land. He's going to land right here at this house. I'm sure you guys are familiar. It's called Big Shot. But the thing is, when we look at the chest locations, there's only one chest here, okay? And he's going to break through the roof. He's going to get that chest. But what this area lacks in chests, it makes up floor loot. It has 4 different floor loot spawns that you guys can see here. One is out on the deck. The other 3 are actually inside the building. One's in the roof, 2 downstairs. The next thing is, if we click on noms here, which are just these little fruit boxes, there's a bunch of them, and this is where he's going to get a lot of his shield. He's also usually going to get a chili pepper that he uses to get across into the gas station. The highlight, I think, in this case for Kodi is this right here, guys. If we go down to phone booth, there's a phone booth where he's able to change into a henchman disguise. That way the henchmen don't shoot at him when he makes his run over to the gas station, and he gets up and gets into this henchman chest. The 2 chests here, the floor loot, and again, more of these fruit boxes. Now you guys are going to see that Kodi plays it a little bit different each round based on the information that he's getting from the game, whether he sees another player or he saw somebody land up maybe at the weather station, and then of course where the zone is going to go. So let's just go ahead and jump into game 1 of the finals for DreamHack and just see how Kodi plays this. Okay, here we go. Game 1 of the DreamHack final. We're on board with Timbers Kodi, and you're gonna just see where he deploys his shoot here. He's gonna fly right over the ice cream cone truck, and you're also gonna see that he's looking around. He's trying to get information as he's flying in. You guys should always do this, but just a good example of how to survey and just get an idea of the people that are going to be landing in the area. He's also marking loot just to see what it is, and this is where he's going to land. You're going to see this every single game, guys, for the most part. Lands on top of big shots, opens the chest, breaks the floor so he can get the ammo there. He actually used a cone to break all of those fruit boxes so that he can get the peppers. He can get that 50 pot that he got out of the chest, and he's going to eat the mushrooms and the coconuts for shield. And then you're going to see him make his way over to that phone booth, and that's why I said, guys, I think the phone booth is the main thing in this point, because he can get into a henchman disguise, make his way over to the gas station without worrying about being shot by the henchman. Now, it doesn't look like he's in the henchman costume. The replay right now is a little messed up. They recently took cars out of the game, so he's actually hitting cars with his pickaxe here, and it kind of looks a little confusing. There's normally cars here, but he builds up here, uses a ramp to get inside this room, and he uses this henchman chest by being in the disguise, gets that loot. There's another chest here, so he just breaks through the floor, and down below there's another chest as well as more fruit boxes, defends himself using the ramps, gets the loot, and now he's in a pretty good situation. He's got an AR, he's got a shotgun, he's got full shields for the most part, and he's got decent materials. From here, let's go ahead and pause the game. From here, usually Kodi is going to continue to get materials, but at the same time, he's going to start trying to figure out where Kit is. Now, if Kit's over on this side, he's going to try to clean him up really quick and get that good loot, get that charged shotgun and the shockwave launcher. But at the same time, you're going to watch Kodi's constantly surveying the area to just get an idea where his opponents are going to be and any threats that he might run into. Let's go ahead and continue it. From here, he just comes back in, he's gaining more loot, trying to get vision and constantly surveying the area just to see if he can find an opponent or get some more information to go off of. Boxes himself in here, opens up that ice chest, hoping that it has a slurp fish or something like that. Looking around, it looks like he's just swinging at the air. You guys can see he's gaining metal. They've taken the cars out of the game, so it doesn't really look right in replay right now. But from here, he's just trying to gain information, looking up the hill. Unfortunately, he doesn't see this player that ends up tagging him up. But let's go ahead and pause it here, guys, because this is where Kodi usually has to make some different decisions, right? And you're going to see throughout the tournament that he plays it different every single time. One situation here, he doesn't have Kit, right? Kit wasn't at the gas station. Normally, he's going to try to get that charged shotgun and get the shockwave launcher as well as the key card to the vault. So now he has to decide how he wants to play it. He's also going to go ahead and look at the map, which you guys can't see quite as clearly because it's all black, but you can see that the zone is pulling quite a ways away. And let's just go ahead and fast forward and see how he plays the rest of this out. Ends up picking up a purple scar there, but he kind of gives it up. He just starts working his way back. He's over at Big Shots, working down the hill, sees a player, picks up a couple tags. That's good for the storm surge. And this is kind of his bailout, guys. You guys can't see the car that's there, but this is kind of where he goes from here. There is a chest out here on this truck that he picks up, and he's just working himself down. I guess this player's left. He comes down, loots this out. Let's go ahead and look at Loot Lake info again. Really quick, guys, if you are enjoying this content and you want to hang out with me live, I stream 5 to 6 nights a week on twitch.tv/VeloStinks. Head over there, hit me with a follow, and maybe we can get some games in soon. But let's get right back into the video. So this is what we saw, guys. He landed here on the house, got the chest, got all of the floor loot here, got into the phone booth, made his way across the street, got up through the window. You guys saw he used the ramp to do that. Got this chest right here, as well as the other chests and floor loot and fruit inside of there. Didn't see Kit. Knew he had pressure from behind, decided to bail. Where did he go? He came back over here, continued getting materials the whole time while he's surveying the area, came down and got this chest, came over and got this chest, came down and got this chest, and from here, guys, he made his way to the west, and we're not going to continue his loot path from there, but you guys can see he has some options. There was a chest up here that he hit. He came down here and hit this chest, came up here and hit these two chests, and he just kind of worked the bank over to the zone. Let's go ahead and look at game number 3. All right, so now we're in game number 3, and Kodi actually came in second place in this game with 5 eliminations, got a ton of points, played awesome this game. But let's just go ahead and look at how he breaks through, this time coming in from the north. You can see that he's going to do the same thing that he does every single game. He's marking loot, he's looking around, trying to figure out where his opponents are, but he's going to go to the same spot, guys. This is going to look familiar, so we're going to fast forward through this, but there's a little bit of difference from game 1 that we're going to see. All right, we're going to fast forward, maybe do 2 times speed. 4 might be a little aggressive. He's going to get all of this fruit, gets his shields on, continues to get material. Right now, he only has a hunting rifle. Okay, but he's still going to get into that phone booth. And then from here, he's going to run across. Now, this is where the difference is. He sees Kit. He gets a shotgun. What does he do? He immediately tries to get Kit, get that loot, and get out, okay? He knows that somebody's over at the main area there in Catty. He's now being shot by this henchman, so he just takes that shockwave and he gets out. And that's it, guys. He just actually does not go back to Catty after this. He chooses to forget about the vault. It's gonna depend, right? Let's go ahead and pause it. It's gonna depend on the situation, but in this case, he got what he came for. He has the materials, he has the loot that he wanted, and now he's done. And he continues just to move over to the west now, back towards Misty on that loot route that we showed you guys in game 1. Last but not least, guys, we have game 5. This is the game in the DreamHack final that Kodi ends up winning, but I just want to show you one more variation of how he goes through Catty Corner. Now, keep in mind, these are professional matches, okay? It's very dynamic. There's a lot of different variables and things that can happen. All we can do really is watch these games and apply these to our own play style, but what he's thinking, we can't completely understand. But let's just go ahead and watch how he plays this out. The thing that I really love about this one, he ends up getting into the vault, but it's the way he goes about getting into it that I just really respect, and you know, just gives you that one extra layer of thinking and how this person finesses through Catty Corner. Let's go ahead and watch it. We're gonna speed it up just because you know how it's gonna go here in the beginning. He's gonna fly in, land at big shots. Actually, I think he sees the weapon through the window, so he decides to go for the weapon first. Gets the chest, gets the ammo, gets the fruit, and then you guys know he's gonna go over to that phone booth, put on that henchman outfit. Now, the thing that happens different here, aside from getting tagged up, he actually gets shot as he's rotating over from somebody that's up on the hill. But it doesn't really stop him. He just continues moving over. But this is something, I don't know if he knew this, if he could hear it or not, but when he breaks this down, he has a little surprise when he gets upstairs, right? Breaks to the floor, gets the chest, and then, hello, Kit's up here. So this is a little bit different, maybe unexpected, I don't know, but I'm sure it's a pleasant surprise for him because he ends up getting the mythic charge shotgun and the mythic shockwave launcher here. And Kodi's just like, you know what? Peace, I'm out. And we've seen this before where he just continued rotating to the west, which is what I thought he was gonna do. When we were watching, I thought he was gonna do the same thing that we had seen him do time before. But what he does differently this game, he takes a look at, let's go ahead and take a look at the map. You guys can't see it, I don't know why it's all blacked out, but you can see Zone is pulling over here into the middle of the map, and what Kodi ends up doing, instead of just going straight for the vault, I think it's Frist who is in Catty Corner right now, instead of just going right in there and contesting the vault, because you know Frist is going to want to get in that vault also, he waits until he thinks it's likely that Frist is rotating to Zone to go over, and we're just going to watch how this all plays out. We can speed it up, we'll actually go like 4 times here. Gets back into the henchman costume, and he just kind of builds out this area and he uses his cone to get vision and to survey the area a little bit more, looks around, knows that those henchmen are still shooting at somebody over there. In this case, it's Frist. And he decides, you know what? I'm just gonna work my way down, go get some more loot. He ends up going down the hill. You're gonna see he travels all around here, guys. He goes back down the hill, gets some loot, breaks a truck here, gets some more metal, gets a chest open. Most people, at least myself, would have probably just tried to get in there and get that vault. You know, you get excited, but instead he continues to loot around even though the storm is starting to close. We can see that storm is starting to close in now. But here's Frist right here. This is Kodi. You're gonna see Frist starts rotating, and this is the time that Cody's like, you know what? I bet he's starting to rotate just based on the zone. So he comes up here, he gets back into his box. You see him looking around, and now he thinks that the coast is clear. Of course, he's still got his guard up, working his way across, and he ends up getting into the vault, and you guys know how the rest goes. The great thing about getting the vault open here, guys, is you have that launch pad if you need it, and that becomes very valuable late in the game. And in this case, Kodi ends up winning. Let's go ahead and just go to the end here, show him some love, see how he ends up winning this game. All right, here we have Kodi at height, spraying down players. He's got that shockwave launcher. He's got that charged shotgun. He's looking good. Go ahead and fast forward a little bit through this. You guys can just see how it finishes up. He ends up shockwaving somebody out into the storm. That guy's done. Goes down, ends up picking up this nice shotgun shot on FaZe Dubs, and then gets in a 1v1. Hits this player for, I think, 100. Yeah, 105 there. And ends it up taking out Cease for the victory route. Great job, Kodi. A couple other games didn't go his way, but he still placed 30th. I think this guy's got a ton of potential. Go check him out. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment down below. I read all the comments. I try to reply to all of them. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video.